So, can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Stunter G. I am one of the creators of Stunters, the car flicking board game that is going to be a global phenomenon in the next 3 years. Um, yeah, I try to create a board game that is accessible to everyone, or as accessible as we possibly can make it. Radically generous, and I feel like we're taking the world by storm. At pretty much every place we take it, we're gathering some serious following. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, can you explain these rules to us?
Sure. You really don't need much rules. The game is a turn-based car flicking game, and gameplay is very similar to that of billiards or of marbles, if you ever played that as a kid. And essentially, each player takes an action to flick the car to try to knock the ball into your opponent's goal. Um, there's a multitude of actions that you can do. The main one being flicking. You can also rotate your car, but that does take your action. You can, if your car goes out of the stadium, you can always take an action to put it back into the stadium. And then the last one is to be able to draw a power up card if you decide to have that add on to your game.
Uh,
Um, yeah.
so, what's going on with the board game right now? Any updates?
Yeah, so we've been talking with manufacturers. Um, we have a couple hits. Then I realized that we don't have an NDA, so it's like, oh shoot, we need to get an NDA to get that signed. Um, but yeah, we have a couple people who are willing to take on the challenge of making our game. It's just a matter of getting the NDA, getting it signed, and then let's make it happen. Tonight we're gonna have another Stunters Takeover event over in Pleasanton, California. Um, we're going to be starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and yeah, hopefully people show up. I've seen downtown Pleasanton, and it looks popping around 6
Yeah,
p.m. time frame.
it does look like
So
it's.
yeah, hopefully we get a crowd, but I almost certain that we will, but oh, something.
Would someone hop on the live?
No, it's my cat threw up.
So, what do you think of the? Um, where is it? What do you think of this power up card that I made?
Which one? Flick car, opponent, flick left. I
Yeah,
think it's a cool car, and it definitely would mess with your opponent. I think we definitely need in our actual official cards. We do need more like mess with your opponent cards. So I think it's a good start. I think you just need to specify who's left you're talking about.
yeah, my left or their left, right?
Yeah. The other option is you can make it so that they have to flick the car perpendicular to the ball,
Yeah.
Um, so it could be either way, but it's just they can't make a forward motion, or maybe you can remix it so that it's like you can you must flick at your opponent's car, like, or you cannot flick towards the ball or something like that,
Yeah.
that that'd be a more open, but also equally as debilitating type of power up.
So can you tell me where I could find content about you guys?
Yeah, so we are on Instagram and TikTok. I'm currently talking to you from our Stunters YouTube, which we need to start putting effort into building up. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We spend a lot of time on Instagram and TikTok, and then we also have a Facebook, which is run by yourself. um, but yeah, I think the main focus for me is I spend most of my time making TikToks and Instagram reels more than anything.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? That's where you
Yeah.
spend most of the time.
Oh, we have the Discord too. And I did get a recommendation from someone to do a um, subreddit, and I was like, "That's a good idea." You know?
Hello, everyone. If you're just joining, please like, comment, and subscribe, and ask any questions you have about this new board game. The creator I'm talking to right now, he could give you all the insight of this cool car flipping game. So they do people still use Reddit?
A lot of people do. I know my brother is a heavy user of Reddit.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't know if Reddit was still a thing.
yeah, it appears to be. I'm not a super Reddit user myself, but
No,
and I know that
I don't use
Reddit
Reddit.
is. I know that Reddit's kind of prone to like bots. So sometimes an entire subreddit might be infested with bots, and then all of a sudden people change their minds because they think that that's reality. But welcome to the internet, I suppose.
So can you tell us the famous phrase when we score a goal?
Squada!
Score!
Yeah, but we also say "stunt down."
How did you come up with that goal phrase?
Um, we were just thinking about when Stunters goes global, right? And what it would sound like, collectively across many cultures. So my Stunter X is Mexican, and like Spanish and Japanese have the same like sounds, surprising enough. Um, so we're like, well, if you scored a goal, you'd say "scora." So then that's where it came about, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Wow.
And then I think you picked it up, and then all of a sudden it became like, and then the people in the live chats were all like, or the lives on Instagram and TikTok were all like "scora, scora, scora." So then all of a sudden that's now the thing. So it's almost like
Oh,
a sub language that developed just within the Stunterverse.
when's my dirt video coming out?
Your dirt video?
Yeah,
You have to ask Stunter X about that one. Like,
I keep asking him, but he said, "Oh, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. I'm gonna make it." I still haven't seen it.
yeah, he's been busy, so he's been trying to clear out the garage so that we can get into production mode for our uh, stunter mats. So,
Yeah, you guys thinking about any Christmas gifts?
um, we're gonna try. I really want to. We're simplifying down the color options for Wave Two, and we have enough mats to essentially produce another 20 orders.
Because I
Um,
you if you market this right, I think people will buy this as a Christmas gift for
oh, for
someone.
sure. It's just a matter of whether we can deliver or not. And it'll be a really tight fit to get it to Christmas. But if we can do it, it'd be awesome. If not, then I'm not going to beat myself up over it. But
No, no, I was just, I'm always thinking about this game for some weird reason. I don't know why.
oh, me too. I think collectively, like the community is slightly obsessed to very obsessed with this game. So yeah.
So how did you come up with the logo?
uh, I came up with another logo that was similar. Essentially, we wanted a hexagon. Um, I don't even know why we chose a hexagon. I think yeah, I'm actually not quite sure how we picked a hexagon. But then from the hexagon, we're like, okay, how do we make an S that fits within the hexagon and also
Oh yeah.
kind of makes its own little hexagon? So if you like, so that's kind of it.
So can you tell me what goes on at the pop up events you guys been doing?
Yeah, sure. So and I think this is why we've been so successful with these stunter takeover events is like um we just play the game, and it's like, whether we were going to play the game regardless. um so it's just a time that we get to play, and it's like, how awesome is it that we like, if this takes off, that our entire life might just be like, all right, we just got to play, and if people see the joy that we're having just playing this game, they're interested. You've been to a few takeover events, and um you've seen just like there's a certain energy that like surrounds stunters. Like when people play the game, they just get so excited. Like I don't think I've ever seen people like collectively, all almost every group, you have someone like jumping up and down, like super excited to play this game and get super into it.
Yeah, because
Um,
like if you look at, let's just say, you play Monopoly, you're not going to get the
yeah,
same effect from Monopoly than you get from this game, right?
yeah, it's just an energetic game, and I think that when people see that, like I've put over 400 hours into this game, and I still get that same excitement. Every point, it's like, oh, nice. Like I just get so pumped, and it's like it scratches like that certain dopamine hit that I think we're all searching for, but it's well earned. It's like every miss is like a little bit of, it's like, I was so close. Um, but yeah, I think people see that joy, they see that energy, they read off that gravity that Stunter seems to have, and then they can't help but come up and spectate. And when they come up close, it's like, all right, now you're in range, and I'm gonna do my little pitch and be like, hey, and you want to come play? It takes like 10 seconds to learn. I'm like, 10
Sometimes,
seconds.
sometimes I tell the people it takes less than that. 'Cause I'm like, I'm kind of drawing names. I tell them, oh, it takes probably 2 seconds to learn.
Yeah,
You-
I mean, it really
It's,
does. I mean, if you just spectate it for like 5 seconds, you probably know how to play the game. It's just
yeah,
about whether you want to dedicate, the next 5 minutes to score a goal. Yeah,
yeah. Hello, everyone. If you're just joining, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell us any comments you have. This is a new board game called Stunters that is developed in Livermore, California, out of a garage.
yeah, and a little bit of the backyard too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I
yeah,
think these starter events are a great way to kind of do a couple things, right? We can play test the game, in the wild, because the game is made for the people. Like we're designing it so that like it's liked by people, and what people want to play it. And well, how do we do that except for just test it in the wild? A lot of board games that you see, like go to Target, right, and look at all the board game section. When have you ever seen any of those games played in public? When have you ever seen any of those games tested out in the wild? You probably haven't, and the that's how we're demonstrating that, hey, we're trying to make this game very differently than any other board game that people have seen ever before, right?
yeah,
Do away with the 45-minute rule book read, do away with the throwaway first round of a game where it takes you, anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to play before you start to actually understand the game. And by then, everyone is like, all right, I just want to watch a movie now, because the the barrier to entry is just so high, So instead we've said, let's not do that anymore. Um, Here's a game that you can learn 10 to 30 seconds, Um,
yeah.
and you can yeah, understand it just
Yeah.
instantly.
Because like for me, sometimes sometimes I don't like reading the rule book. I just like trying to find a video that works. But then
Yeah,
sometimes I can't find the right YouTube video for the game, or I find one. But then by that time, I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I even trying to play this game when I'm already hours into it trying to find something that works? I'll just
Yeah,
return the
that's
game or I'll donate it to someone else.
and I think that is the mistake that uh, a lot of board game designers make, and myself included. Like when I was first making board games, I always thought like, all right, I have to have complex rules to make a game with a lot of depth, right? And you know, having a lot of complexity does, by nature make a game complex, and by that nature, it makes it have depth, but that doesn't mean that it's accessible. So instead, it's like, let's try to make a game that is really easy to learn, but extremely hard to master, right? Like, as I said, I have over 400 hours and I'm still learning new trick shots. Someone challenged me to do I never played the game, but the musty flick.
No, the one
Um,
I posted the other day.
yeah. And, I watched some videos and like, I think I can do that, but you have to translate it. It's like, all right, uh how do I physically move this car to bump it like this and do that at the end? So um and it worked. Like that was the crazy part. It's like, holy crap, you can pop the ball over walls now. It's like, I gotta master that now. That's sick.
Yeah, so if people wanna if they wanna buy this game, where can they buy it or how can I buy it?
Sure. So we're more or less pre-production right now. Doesn't mean that we don't want Stunter Stadiums out in the wild. So if you're interested, feel free to find us on Instagram or TikTok. It's Stunterverse. And then shoot us a DM. I know that that's not the best buy it now button, but it's what we got for right now. We literally would not survive if we put a buy it now button. We don't have the supply chain and the production ready to if we got like 100 orders overnight, I think we literally would just die. Like there's no way we could be able to fulfill that. But if people are interested at the price point and are interested in just really supporting this rebellion, then they're more than welcome to shoot us a DM and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, what is the price range for this game and
Yeah.
what
So
do
our
I
break even point, huh?
what do I get when I buy your board game?
Sure. The price point is it's on the price of your side. It's $150, but that's everything included, so long as you're in the US. If you do buy the game, you get a signed board by the creators. Uh, you get to pick, limited options of your wall colors. Currently for the Wave 2, we have orange and blue, or all orange or all blue. Um, and then you get 12 cars, three different sized balls, and the mat, as well as the power up cards. Yeah, and the whole game's portable. I mean, that's the other thing, we wanted you to be able to roll it up like a yoga mat. Nice. And then yeah, that's kind of like the idea behind the game, is just to make it portable, make it modular so that you can customize it and have whatever game mode you want to create. And it's
Do
just to
I
get people
do
to
I have
stop
to
doing
buy it
this,
from you?
huh?
Do I have to buy it from you or how
Nope.
if I don't want to buy it from you and I still want to play the game, how do I
Yeah, you
go from
don't have to buy it from us. In fact, if price is, stopping you from playing the game, we encourage you to build your own and we'll teach you. Like as I said, I'm not the most crafty person out there, and yet I was able to build the game. It's like it's not a very hard game to put together. It just takes a little bit of probably just, a weekend, a Saturday afternoon, and you could probably do it.
Oh wow, and then you'll give us like the
The
blueprint
blueprint, yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Nice. And then what kind do we have to go get our own cars or are cars included in the 150 price?
Yeah, so 12 cars are included in the 150 price, and that's three cars of four colors. But the game supports all 1 by 64 scale cars. So for reference, that's any. standard diecast car that you can buy at the dollar store. Um, and we did that intentionally because it's like, hey, we don't want to stop people from playing the game, and if price is a thing, then let's remove that barrier.
Yeah.
So I got a question. Are you still going to the football game? Or are you actually going to come to the event?
No,
Or,
I'm going to the football game.
all right, that's too bad. Well, we need your energy, man. Just saying.
Do you want the board?
um, we'll make do without. It's okay.
Yeah, and plus your board would probably be better because it's the newer pieces, right?
I mean, by all measures, yours is the new like semi newest board.
But I
So,
don't have I don't have the new pieces. That's the thing.
oh yeah, it's neither here nor there, to be honest. I mean, it just looks. I mean, I think we did a good job on your wall pieces. I'm just
Oh
saying,
yeah, it's because every time people walk by or they see it, they're like, "Oh, I like the pink color," because
Yeah, I mean,
it because I think what they're saying is they like it bright because if you're walking by and you don't see a bright color, they're kind of like, "What the heck? What the heck is this?"
yeah. I like having your board around mostly because it demonstrates to people walking by, like, oh, it's a thing. Like, oh, this is more than just one board game, and B, like, there's different models of it. There's different styles. I can customize my board. It's like, yes, you should customize your own board.
Oh yeah, can you talk about those new obstacles that you got recently?
Yeah. Hey, you're gonna miss out on the explosive barrels, dude. Just saying. Um,
Hey, I got. If I really want to play with those, I could just shoot you a message and hop over to your house and just beat your butt right then and there.
oh yeah, that's big talk. Big talk, man. Yeah. So we have explosive barrels that we're gonna try to run. We also have a ramp. I think we figured out a decent model to make the ramp work, which is the two-shot stunters, and we also have rubber duck. So between all those, we have a bunch of chaotic things that we can add into the map, which is just I think it just adds to the fun. But
Can you explain the rubber duck? How you gonna play with that?
I think it's just like all the other obstacles that aren't affixed to the board, where you can take an action to move an obstacle or remove it from the stadium or add one to the stadium. Um, and it's just an interesting way to just make like a moving maze that you as the stunter in the vehicle have to kind of navigate around.
Yeah, yeah. I think you'll get a lot of people because I think Pleasanton. I think they're off school today.
Are they?
Yeah,
For
because
what?
because you know how Monday is Veterans Day,
Oh yeah.
so I think their school took Friday off today.
Oh well, cool. Even better. Yeah, our demographic is kind of in that range. So like from 13 to 32 is kind of like our main audience. At least if I'm looking at the metrics on TikTok and Instagram.
Oh wow! And then where are they viewing from?
Most are from the US. There are a handful from the UK, a handful from Canada, uh, an even smaller handful from Brazil, and
Wow.
a surprising amount of people from the Middle East. Like, I talked
Yeah,
with someone from Abu Dhabi. I talked with someone from Jordan. I talked with someone from Israel.
it's crazy.
Um,
Even if you just post a couple of videos with hashtag and stuff, how far it goes out.
yeah, and a lot of our videos actually don't have any hashtags, which
No,
yeah,
because
I'm just
I think what happened was you're only dedicating that Instagram strictly to this game, so the algorithm already knows how to push it out.
yeah.
If
And I
if
feel like the
if
Instagram algorithm has figured out our game faster than TikTok, which is kind of crazy. Like
because
normally it's the other way around, but
I think TikTok, you kind of have to you with their algorithm. They say it's AI based, but you have to literally go in there and follow a bunch of game board the same kind of content and like and comment, and then eventually your for you page will be all that same content.
Yeah, I don't really understand how the TikTok.
You kind of have to spend more time like liking and commenting on a bunch of stuff so other people see you, and then they're like, oh, okay, that's how you, because that's how I do it for my other my bucket golf stuff. People, they say, oh, you have to like and comment on a bunch of the same kind of content so that it gets out there to those people that are liking that same content. So you kind of have to find a board game group and then keep liking all their videos and stuff, and then eventually your content, I think, will get out there on TikTok.
Interesting. Yeah, I try my best not to scroll on TikTok, so maybe that's my mistake. But
Yeah,
I in fact I try to not scroll on any of the platforms because I just I I try to produce content, not try to consume it. That's just my
yeah.
yeah.
Instagram is easier because their algorithm is easier. It just knows. But TikTok,
Maybe. I mean, Instagram we're doing a lot better, but historically, Instagram is a harder platform to grow on than TikTok. TikTok is a lot easier to blow up virally. But yeah,
but Instagram, you're gonna get all the young kids.
no, TikTok is the younger
Oh yeah,
audience.
yeah. But
I
yeah.
do, I do have to hop off in about a minute, but yeah, it was
All
nice
right.
chatting with you, dude. Yeah,
I'll see how many people hopped on. There wasn't
yeah,
much, but they were in and going. But if we do this more often, I think we'll get more
sure,
more people.
yeah. I want to definitely want to grow the YouTube. It's definitely a priority of mine. But yeah, I appreciate you hosting this, and yeah, hopefully we can make it happen more often.
And then what's your famous goodbye line you always say?
Join the rebellion and stunt
Boom.
on.
Okay,
Catch you later,
later.
dude.